Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Utah Utes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Utes will put total weather and we'll get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Kansas State's offense has the ball first today. They're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David, and I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple of years ago, and this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
This crowd, full throat, spinning the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The give to the tailback. Breaks the tackle. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Kansas State pushing the pace. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So the Utah Utes offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Rush is on him. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Looking left. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Kansas State in business in the red zone. Red pass hits complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The play action fake. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Kansas State quick to the line. On third down, he drops the throw. Working that wide receiver screen. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Wildcats! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Great place to start for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the catch. It's held. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Kansas State pushing the pace. They'll move the tight end. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes an offense are hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, defense, they really focused on this assignment football.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the ground with the back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Good timing on the quick out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Firing to the right, complete. All right, guys, let's take a beat here and think about Utah. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They
breaks into the open. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. Intercepted, number 19. They'll bring him down at the 14-yard line, and that return of the interception has this offense with spectacular field position. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20. A pickup of 5. Kansas State quick to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Finds the tight end. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll return it from the 50. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David.
How about that elusiveness?
abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the move. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. This is why Weizsäcker is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of it. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kansas State will have to punt it away. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And now on second down for this offense.
Get set, get set.
They go to the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
Now facing a third and long. Finds his back in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Tries to get it on the ground. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. It's complete to the right. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. New set of downs after the completion. Pulls it and fires to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Timeout called by the offense. offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. The lead now 6 here in the second.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He wants to start this drive with a pass. Zings it complete to the right. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Makes the grab. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've been calling a lively one so far from Salt Lake City. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you this defense...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. They're facing a 3rd down. He wants to change this route. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. A strike downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Utes are rolling down the field. They want to throw it. Why not trying to get it in? And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Utah! And the extra point puts them on top by 1.
second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Kansas State pushing the pace. He'll pull it on the read. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Utes in a good spot here with second and short.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot, just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. The Utes come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. He's got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. There he goes. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge all week long.
Looking for the end zone. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Second and goal coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll... to check him out. He'll take it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes!
And I'll tell you what, Reason, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And with the extra point, it's 21-13. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Miami is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about at the U for a long time. They're up by 28 over Cal. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Kansas State will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get it. It's a touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup, and a lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, and you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time he's got it. He stopped at the 39 after gaining 10. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. They were trying to get the screen set up, but it just took a little too long to develop.
Yeah, and the quarterback's supposed to, invite those guys to run upfield on a screen pass, but they got to him so fast he couldn't get rid of the football, and they got the sack.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion...
Touchdown, Utah! And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can duck. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Kansas State quick to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Quickly out to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
He'll take the deep shot. Hits him in stride at the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. He's got him still on his feet. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with his 2nd and goal. A little release to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. 3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff.
Come on, set.
From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Utes! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He wants a big play here late. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Guys, let's just think for a second about Kansas State. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that for Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Here's a heat. It's complete on the right side. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Fires on the move. Soft spot in the middle. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Utes are threatening in the red zone.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect and keep the drive going.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you can tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute.
Throws toward the end zone. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. The screen, he's got wheels. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So now it's 2nd and long. Just going to keep it after the snap. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
the defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Utah, 56. Kansas City, 13.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
42 Slider. 42 Slider.
To the air on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Second down, they'll go to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock has struck 0, and the ball game is over. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3